This is Bomb Hoops Podcast. Yan, so moving on to our final topic would be the conflict with Kai Sotto playing for Gilas Pilipinas. Ayan tol, anong nangyari dito?
Kasi in an interview, I think perhaps a week or two ago, sinabi ni Kai Sotto na he will commit for the February window ng Gilas Pilipinas nga, which will be held in Clark sa AUF. Tapos ang mga kalaban pa nila doon is Korea 2 beses. So sobrang exciting na matchup nun kasi rivalry game and for sure manonood kami ni Jello niyan.
And nga, tag doon, magandang panoorin to kasi competitive talaga yung laban nito. Kasi we've won and lost against them. So fair fight to. Bakbakan talaga.
Tapos ayun nga, so Kai Sotto actually said publicly na he will commit to our national team sa next FIBA window. And perfect sana kasi sa Pilipinas gagawin yung window na yun eh. So medyo home court advantage din yun. So however, sinabi ni Brian Shaw na una, wala siyang knowledge na magko-commit pala si Kai Sotto sa national team natin. And sinabi niya na the GLeague is still the best place for him to develop kasi yun yung may highest level of competition na pwede niyang paglaruan. However, isa sa mga naging build-up is turns out hindi pala siya pwede maglaro sa Gilas since yung GLeague bubble will start around February the same time din.
Yun nga, yun yung biggest conflict nun. And unfortunately, kung ako si Kai Sotto, and even if I'm the Gilas management, I wouldn't want Kai Sotto to play for me right now. I want him to stay in the G League, develop his game, make it to the NBA, and if he gets better, and I think he will get better, din siya sumali sa Gilas when the time is right.
Yeah, and judging from the scrimmage na ginawa ng G League Ignite team, hirap si Kai Sotto eh. Hindi pa siya ganun ka-physical enough to bang with the big guys inside. So, yung fundamentals niya maganda. Masyado pa ring physical ang game for him and I think mas okay na mas masanay siya sa ganung style of play kesa ma-hamper yung momentum niya pag pumunta siya ng Gilas, which I think is mas mababang level of competition compared to the G League.
And yun nga, mas beneficial to long term eh. Why would we settle for something short term na, sige, we make it to big competitions moving forward if we have Kai Sotto playing right now. Pero in the future, when he can be the best version of himself, given yung development na makukuha niya sa G League, and also yung development ng mga young players natin with the Gilas Cadet team, di ba mas malaking bagay yun in the long term if we can win competitions and not just play in these competitions.
And also nga, tayo yung host ng 2023 World Cup. So I think dapat ang focus ng development ng SBP is sa World Cup na mismo. Kumbaga bonus na lang tong mga FIBA windows na to eh.
Parang hindi to yung main goal natin. So why should we give it our all right now?
So ayun nga, another development is sinabi ng SBP na they plan to include PBA veterans sa player pool and I think sila Matthew Wright, alam ko makakasama dito. And sana by that time magaling na si Junmar Fajardo kasi nga hindi siya nakapaglaro last PBA bubble because of an injury. Sana by February kaya niya nang maglaro kasi I think Junmar Fajardo is the best local player that we have so far.
And then we need bodies talaga, big bodies na kaya mag-compete in the post. Given na yung Gilas Cadet team is actually quite small. And then added veteran leadership na rin. para sa team natin. Adding players like Machura, Jason Castro to the team, experienced players para makapaglaro ng international play. Leading these young players, high energy, high intensity players. That would be the perfect balance for now, in the short term. And kung ipapasok mo si Kai Sotto doon, I think he will only be overshadowed by someone like Junmar.
Kasi in my opinion at this point in time, mas okay pa rin si Junmar Fajardo kaysa kay Kai Sotto. I'm not saying na Junmar is better than Kai Sotto. I'm saying na mas maaasahan si Junmar Fajardo kasi he's been in this situation before. He's won titles already. And kaya niya na makipagbakbakan. Ang ganda nga ng pinakita niya against Serbia last FIBA World Cup na ina-up and under niya si Nikola Jokic tsaka si Boban. So, with those experience na alam kong meron ako, if I am Junmar Fajardo, I'll be more confident to face Asian teams. Kasi kung nagagawa ko ngayon with the likes of NBA in the likes of an NBA superstar in Nikola Jokic, mas kaya ko gawin yon against lower seeded teams like Korea. I'm not saying na mahina yung Korea. I'm just saying na nakakita na tayo ng mas mataas na competition compared to Korea.
Yeah. And yun nga, that shows yung level of experience yung difference We can't expect the same from someone like Kai Sotto na magagawa niya yung mga ginagawa ni Junmar. Not because he won't be a better player than Junmar, but only because Junmar has more experience.
And ayun nga, isa pa kasing issue dito is nagkaroon ng news na hindi aabot yung naturalization ni Ange Kwame sa FIBA window. So, I don't think nakukunin ng Gilas si Andre Blatch kasi wala akong balita sa kanya so far. And wala akong balita sa ibang naturalized players for the Gilas program, and si Ange Kwame lang talaga yung inaasikaso nila ngayon. So I'm guessing now we will go full all Filipino for the February window.
And I think that's good because we can focus on what we have right now. Yun nga, growing the team talaga. Kasi kung magdadagdag na naman tayo ng import player, ng naturalized player like Andre Blatch or someone else na hindi naman naglalaro regularly with the team, I think this would only hamper the growth of the team.
And ayun nga, pero I'm pretty sure na mas malakas yung ipapadala nating team sa February kasi una may mga kasama ng PBA veterans dito. So, nandiyan pa naman si Japet Aguilar, si Junmar Fajardo, and other veteran players to lead yung mga young guys natin. Kasi if you can remember, kahit blowout games yung nilaro ng Gilas, medyo naging mahina tayo sa center position
May visible concern for a center in the team. And given yung situation nga na hindi makapaglaro or walang time para makapaglaro si Kai Sotto sa team, I think the best course of action talaga is to go with Junmar or any other veteran big like Japet Aguilar nga, sabi mo.
So, ayun, kumbaga hindi pa natin kailangan si Kai Sotto right now. Pero we will need a better version of him in the future. And mas okay nang mag-focus na lang muna si Kai Sotto sa US. Kasi ang goal naman talaga niya is to make the NBA. And I think makakasira sa draft stock niya if pumunta siya ng Gilas.
Kasi mawawala ng chance ma-develop yung game niya. At the same time, yung attention ng media. Media plays a big part in getting drafted as well. So yun, kailangan, kung gusto niya makapasok sa NBA, kung gusto niya mapalawak yung career niya, he needs to stay in the GLeague for as long as he can.
And he is still 18 years old. I think 17 or 18 years old. So, batang-bata pa siya, and he'll have all the chance that he'll get to represent yung team natin in the future.
For sure. At, ayun, mahaba pa yung tatakbuhin ng career niya. We can see na he still has 20 years ahead of him playing. May it be in the NBA or any other league.
And perhaps kung medyo tumanda na siya, he can always go back here in the Philippines and play as a local player.
Yeah. So I think, ayan, may dadagdag ka pa ba?
I think for Kai Sotto, just focus na lang muna sa NBA GLeague. And sana nanonood ka sa amin ngayon.
Yeah, we give our 110 support to you, and hopefully you make it to the NBA, and we'll all be proud of you, Kai Sotto.
And also we wish the best of luck sa ating national team kasi sabi nga nila Magumar John, the Gilas Pilipinas is the second most watched Filipino sporting phenomenon behind Manny Pacquiao. So ayun, ganun ka big deal yung national team natin. And if we want the best for our national team, then we want the best version of Kai Sotto available in the future.
Yeah. That's true. 100%.
Yeah. So I guess that concludes our episode for this week.
And for our quote of the week, we are going back to the first person that we quoted for this show. And yun nga, yung idol namin ni Jem na isa sa mga pinakamagaling na players ever to play the game. And rest in peace to you, the Black Mamba, Kobe Bryant. And he said na the beauty in being blessed with talent is rising above doubters to create a beautiful moment. And napakagandang quote, di ba? It's not one of the most popular quotes, pero yun, ang ganda nung sinabi niya na you don't have to be mayabang with what you have. Pero you can give out your talent by proving the doubters wrong.
Yeah, it's like saying let your play do the talking. And I think dapat ganun talaga. Instead na na puro ka dada ganun or puro trash talk. Mas okay nang let your game do the talking kasi mas classy yun eh.
And it shines talaga pag ganun yung ginawa mo. Remember the games na for example, yung 62 points in 3 quarters ni Kobe. He was asked by Brian Shaw to play another quarter just to reach 70. And what did he say? I'll do it when we need it. And he gave out 81. Pero kung nagpadala siya doon, di ba? Yung mga doubters niya na, ayun, we can consider Brian Shaw a doubter at that time. Pero kasi sinabi ni Brian Shaw na, what if you never get that chance?
If you can remember, yung time na nag-81 points si Kobe, they were down around 20 points against the Toronto Raptors. So, kailangan talaga nila si Kobe Bryant nung time na yun. And rest assured, he delivered. And he proved his doubters wrong. And that was perhaps the most beautiful moment in his career. Ayan. So, salute to Kobe for doing what he said and proving the doubters wrong and giving us that beautiful moment. And sana tayo rin, magawa rin natin yun. Using our talents to prove the doubters wrong and rising above the doubters. And you guys can definitely prove our doubters by hitting that subscribe button. Napasok ko pa yan. Pero ayun guys, once again, we are Palm Hoops Podcast. I'm Jem and this is my partner Jello, and we'll see you in our next episode.
Yeah.
Peace out.